my name is Helen. I'm going to take you through a full body weights workout. So you will need a set of dumbbells, please, at the ready. If you are lucky enough to have the option, have a selection so you can pick and choose the one that really suits where you're at. If you just have one, most of us, if we're doing it from a house, that's what we've got, right? So we make it work for what we've got. I'll give you options. You may need to do less or more. May need more breaks, and I'll give you options to kind of regress if you need it. Throughout the whole workout, I want you to make sure you feel good. You should feel challenged, but you should feel pain. If you ever feel pain, you stop, take a rest, take a little shake off, maybe even have to stop the whole workout. You can always get in touch if something doesn't feel quite right. So let's start with our warm-up. Cat and cows, come down to all fours, shoulder the wrists, hips over knees, and you're rounding and arching your back. Can't seem to get these little beeps to work that they normally do. No. It's my third attempt though, so. So you've allowed for half an hour, by the way, so make sure you don't stop when you get to the warm-up, the cool down. That bit is just as important. They're all as important to each other for balance and a well-rounded fitness. So do some push-ups. Yeah, there were beats. Push-ups on your knees. Just take your hands wider, load your weight over the hands, and then drop your chest between and push up. You can stay here or walk your hands further forward. Scoot your hips further forward and do the same thing. If you're able to push ups on the toes, don't just yet. We're just warming up the upper body. So don't even have to be deep push-ups yet either. And then coming to thread the needle. So back into all fours, reach your right arm up and then thread it underneath the left armpit. And then just go again. Right arm up, twist, and thread under. You might even want to take your knees a little bit wider than hips to try and keep your hips stable. And you're moving in your pain-free range, so it should feel really nice and good in your back. There's my beams. How did I not hear them before? Do push-ups again, please. So choose your position with your weight forward or not, but hands are wider than the chest, and you're taking a lot of weight into your hands. So lots of people I find keep their hips back, and the hands are in front of the shoulders, but we want to think about suspending your weight over your hands, and that's going to help target our chest and shoulders. Perfect. Let's even it out. Come to all fours again. This time the left arm lifts and threads under. And what you want to feel in the warm-up is that your heart rate starts to rise a little bit, your body becomes a little bit warmer, and movement starts to become a little bit easier. Perfect. Coming to a downward dog. So spread your fingers a lot, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and then we pedal out the feet. Just push one heel towards the floor and the other. Might touch the floor, it might not, but you want to feel a little bit of a stretch into your calves and your hamstrings, all the muscles down the backs of the legs. Your head, just let it relax, tuck your chin. Yeah, nice, perfect. Calming up to standing. Squats, feet just wider than hips. Hips come back and down. And then we come up to a full stand. This squats, again, they don't need to be deep yet. This is the first thing we're doing in the legs. Just ease in. It's almost like you're sitting back or testing if there's a chair behind you, and then standing fully up at the top. Perfect. Also to reverse lunges, step back, drop your knee towards the floor, stand up and switch legs. Try and keep your weight over your front leg. So that's the one that's doing the work here rather than leaning in the back leg. It's always also going to help with your balance. If that's too much, just go for a tap back instead if a lunge feels a bit uncomfortable on your knees. If I go into a sumo squat, so feet wide, toes out, knees out more. Sit your hips back and down still, but push the knees wider apart. So you should start to feel a little bit in your inner thighs. And hopefully again, heart rate's rising a little bit. Body's getting warmer. It might be easier to sit a little bit deeper into the squat. Perfect. Coming to a lateral lunge. So you're going to go, oh, don't know where that breaks for. Oh well. So you're going to step out wide to the side and then push yourself back up and then go to the other side. Now, if you haven't got much space, just keep your feet wide and do the same thing there. Or if you just find the impact of stepping out is a little bit too much. But you want to feel the edge of your leg push you back up. You feel a little bit of a stretch in your inner thigh. Just going to hold a squat at the bottom. So take your feet a bit wider than hips. Breathe in and breathe out. Hips back and down, just hold. It's going to build some heat into the legs. By the way, I didn't intentionally plan those rests. They're a mistake. Every time I go through my workouts, I check it. And every time there's a mistake. So on my CV, I definitely can't put good attention to detail. So everyone's sides, I'm hoping to heat up so it starts to feel like a workout. Take another breath, breathe out, maybe so you can go a little bit lower. And relax. Well done, have a little shake off. So you need your dumbbells. If you've got the option of lighter set, personally for me, the first exercise I can do a bit heavier, and then it's lighter from there. So it's up to you. But we're going to do an ascending pyramid. So we're going to do our 2 times table, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, see how long we go. We've got bicep curls. So cutting up and down, up and down. So 2 of them. Then we come to all fours like we were before. You need 1 dumbbell. You lift the weight high and extend the arm back and extend the arm back. This is where I personally like a lighter one. Then you switch arms and then we'll come up and do a front raise. Palms face your thighs, go forward and up and down. So let's go, bicep curls, please. I'm going to go like I'm about to teach a class after this. So 2 bicep curls, forearms towards the biceps, 1 and 2. Then we come down to all fours. Weight in one hand, pull the weight up high to start with, and then you straighten the arm, bend, straighten the arm, and bend, and then we switch arms. Now this is one of those ones, if it's too heavy, instead of pulling and then kicking, just go with a straight arm extending back. That'll be a little bit easier and it still works for triceps. So we do right and left. Once you've done that, stand up, palms face your thighs, and always go forward and up to shoulder height. Now, then we do 4, 6, 8, 10. You have an option to do all of this kneeling if you want. That will make your transitions faster. So you then do 4 bicep curls. Don't rush. We're going for 10 minutes. It doesn't matter how high up the pyramid you go. 4 bicep curls, 4 tricep kickbacks. You lift, extend. Trying to keep your elbow really high and then straighten the arm as much as you can. 4 on the right, 4 on the left. Straight arm kickback if you need. And then you can come up to standing or you can stay kneeling for the front raise. Now, if your 2 weights are too heavy, just hold on to 1 dumbbell and come forward and up from there. And if that is still a bit too heavy, just bend your arms more. It's still going to work the front of the shoulders, just it'll be a little bit lighter. And yeah, if you find kneeling uncomfortable, hop up in between each one. At 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we're going for 10 minutes. So this is where you just shake off wherever you need to. You have breaks wherever you need. And it's working all the small muscles in the arms. So the temptation is going to be to try and really get the reps done quickly. Swing, swing, swing. We're trying to make it so everything squeezes. How straight can you get your arm in the kickback? In the front raise, can you keep your shoulders stacked over your body and the weight again just below shoulder height? So people tend to find themselves leaning back and coming above shoulder height. So we're going to try and keep it just below so you really feel the load at the top of the shoulders and really lock your body in stable. The more stable we manage to keep our body in all of these exercises, the more we're going to isolate the small muscles that we're aiming for. So 2 times table, you just keep on adding 2 reps. Keep adding your reps. It keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Some people you might get to, 6, 8, 10, some, I don't know, maybe you get up to 20. If your weights are lighter, you will be able to move them faster. But the challenge is still trying to get a full range. So the bicep curl, starting with a straight arm, and then not moving the elbow forward or back, and then finishing with a straight arm. And it should curl away from your body. So it's a curl, the dumbbell moves away rather than staying quite close to your body. And as we fatigue in the bicep curl, lots of times people's elbows move some way. So they either move forward, especially at the top here, or back, especially as we're trying to lower. And the other thing is they tend to like wing out to the side. It just makes it a little bit easier. So we're trying to just keep the elbows underneath the shoulders. You're absolutely just blitzing your arms to start with, by the way. So we do one blitz on the arms, have a break, and then one blitz on the legs, and then we're done. So if that helps at all. So if you're thinking, oh my God, what can I do after this? Doesn't matter, it's just legs. Doesn't even matter. I remember you can have breaks wherever you need to. Let's get a challenge on the tricep kickbacks. A lot of people tend to come. I always say to people, aim for hips, not tits, or hips, not pits. So when you pull the weight up, pull it up and think about the dumbbell being under your elbow. And if your elbow's just slightly back, then you see the dumbbell's roughly by your hip bone. And then from there, you straighten the arm and come back to the hip bone. Lots of people, and you might find yourself dropping the elbow and bringing the weight instead towards your armpit, and then using a bit more swing. So instead, we're trying to keep the elbow up high and return to underneath the elbow. And you should feel that become a little bit more challenging. And often not, by the way, the amount of times I explain that to people and they see it, but then they don't quite feel that they're doing it and they're still coming towards their armpit. Sometimes you just need to film yourself or look at yourself in a mirror if you've ever got one and just see what your body's doing, because we don't always feel, and I don't think we ever intentionally, try and make it easier. We just do it by mistake. How's your counting going? Because I've been talking the whole time and I've personally not been counting at all for myself. I've been attempting a little bit. But we're over halfway. And you might see, by the way, why I was saying, personally, I like the options of these. So for me, I can go a little bit heavier on my biceps. For the tricep kickbacks, I need a lightweight. And the front raise, with the weight being so far from me, I need a lightweight. The front raise is quite humbling as an exercise. It can take a really long time to progress in your weights there. If you are finding, oh God, your weights are so light, try adding little pauses at the top. Anything can feel heavy if you hold it up long enough. So if you had a longer pause at the top, you're probably going to find it starts to feel heavier. And remember, please, if it starts feeling too heavy, it's one dumbbell and just bend your arms more. And maybe you have to lift your elbows a bit higher, but it's going to work the same thing, but you just get the weight closer to you, so it's a little bit easier. Oh, just think. Got 3 minutes, just over, and then the arms are going to be done with. If I'm honest, there's a sneaky bit of arms in the next one, just a little bit, but mostly legs. In fact, to the point that when we have a little bit of arms in the next one, I'd rather you feel your legs more. That's just giving you a little tease of what's to come. How cute is this, by the way, all these photos from my sister and my hen do recently. And she's got loads of pictures of me and the bridesmaids and Ross. Wedding is tomorrow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, we're fine. We're not nervous at all. I just done something really weird. Every time I start my tricep kickbacks on the left, and this time I started on the right. To be honest, I think it was weird I started on the left in the first place. How about you? Do you tend to start your dominant arm or your less dominant arm? I'll generally start my dominant, and usually it's better to start on the non-dominant side because then we're a little bit fresher. Hips, not tits. Elbows nice and high. Taking the option if you need to go for the tricep extended arm, going back instead of the pull and then the row. Pull, then the row and then the kick. And same thing, if you want to make it a little bit harder, have a longer time with your arm extended back. Ay, ay, ay. Final 90 seconds. Final 90 seconds. I'm always keen to know. And I often think, like, jot down somewhere where you got up to, or any notes. Like, did you have to have lots of rests? Did you find it easier? Could you go heavier? Yeah, what number did you get to? Anything like that. So that if you go to repeat a workout, you can look to try and improve on yourself. And I often think it's really nice to repeat the same workout, 2, 3, 4 times, because the first time you're thinking about, like, maybe you have to hold back, you don't know what's coming. And then the second time, you know what's coming. Third time, you've done it a few times, you've gotten better, you got familiar, you can start to really improve and progress. Fourth time again, you're like, wow, I've noticed the difference, I've seen changes. And then maybe about the fifth time, you're starting to get a bit bored. So you don't have to do it all like completely back to back to back, but I do think it's good to repeat stuff. Final 30 seconds. And I'm really hoping your arms feel maybe burning, maybe shaky, maybe really solid, like you've got a pump going on in them. We've really done, the fronts, backs of the arms and tops of the shoulders. Nice, well done. Stand up if you were staying kneeling, have a little sip of water. A little shake, shake, shake. Ooh. So, we've got lower body now. Every exercise we do, we might have to do one like right and then left, but we only do it once, and that's it. So it's one round of exercises, that's it. Everything's 1 minute. In my opinion, you've got the options to pick your weights. I would go heavier because the size of, like, your biceps, your shoulders compared to your legs. You've got bigger muscles here. But again, take it into consideration by the fact we've got so many hits onto the legs and a longer time. So the first exercise, we're going to do a forward lunge and a lateral lunge on the right leg. So try and make sure you've got space in front of you and to the side of you. You'll step forward, push yourself back up, and then step to the side. I just was holding my imaginary weights there. Personally, I think weights either side of the knee, and then either side of the knee is good here. So let's go. Let's go. Ba, ba, ba. Forward lunge. So the right leg's going to move forward, push yourself back up, out to the side, and push yourself back up. Now, some people might prefer to hold the weights up here. That is completely okay. That's going to wake your arms more as well. You might prefer to kind of bring them on the inside of the leg or the lateral lunge. Make it work for you. The biggest thing is that the weight is always on the moving leg of this one. So you lean forward and push with your moving leg, and then land and stop yourself on the moving leg and push yourself back up. So my left leg is just stationary. It's not doing the work, but the right leg is. And the lower you can get your knees to the floor, the more you can really push your hips back, the harder you're going to work. If this is a bit too much, just take a step forward and push it up. That is still a lunge. A step to the top, that's still a lateral lunge. Same thing, just make it smaller. Have a little shake. If your weights are heavy, you might need to take a little grip break, and then we do it again. Now, of course, if whatever weight you started on, I would try and do the same on the other side, even if you needed to drop your weight at some point. So if you needed to reduce, maybe to just one dumbbell, and a nice option for that is either holding here, but I think it gets in the way, or just holding up by your chin. Go forward, drop, push, and push. The forward lunge really targets the quad, because we land, we slow down, pushing it, and it's pushing back this way, so it doesn't get the bum as much. The side lunge is to get the quad and the side of the leg from that lateral push away as you push back up and you stop. And you really want to shove your bum back. So push your bum right back as far as you can. Just remember, we do it all once, so we don't see this particular move again. Woohoo! Perfect. Coming to a squat and press. This is where I'm saying it's technically working your shoulders. Try and use your legs. So feet just wide on hips, dumbbells on the shoulders, squat down, and then thrust it up. Squat, press, squat, press. And I hope this is going to spike your heart rate a little bit. Now, if 2 dumbbells is too much, you go to 1 dumbbell. Hold either end. Same thing, squat, press, squat, press. If you find both weights too much, you can use your arms. Adding extra limbs moving is still working. Now this is squat and press together, so we don't squat, then press. I want you to think about thrusting the weight up with momentum with your legs. So from the bottom, it goes pow, you stand up quick, and then your weight is almost weightless on the way up. And then it loads your legs on the way down. So trying to really limit any pause in the middle. And I'm hoping by working lower and upper body together, connecting by the core, you're breathing quite a bit heavier. Feeling a little bit of a cardio kick as well as muscle fatigue. Perfect, well done. Hold the arms by your side on your shoulders. Whew. Now you need space behind you. You're going to work the right leg again. So stand on the right leg, lunge your left leg back to a reverse lunge, step in. Now go behind like a curtsy. So straight back feet hip distance, and then kind of on the diagonal like a curtsy. Same thing, options of weights here, one weight or body weight. But we're working the right leg on this one. So balancing on the right leg, moving the left leg, seeing how close you can get the knee to the floor, remembering that a tap back and a tap back is the same movement direction, it's the same muscles. It will just be a bit easier if you need that option. And where the forward lunge targets the quad a bit more, the front of the thigh, the reverse lunge starts to work into the bum more. And the curtsy squat, you should feel it in the side of your bum. So yeah, really push your butt back. And think about almost stretching the leggings, stretching your shorts, really pushing your bum out. That's what's going to target it. Well, a little shake, little grip break if you need it. We'll do the other side. Some people aren't sure about curtsy squat. Just picture royalty, what you would do with a curtsy. And then picture, I don't know how you feel about royalty. Picture someone that you really like, wow, I want to bow down with respect to, so you see how low you can go. Right leg now moving, left leg doing the work. Oh, how are we doing? Can't tell you how close you are to almost being done. I can tell you actually, there's a timer on the screen. You're 7.5 minutes, and some of that includes the stretch. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Can you get your knee any closer to the floor? Can you push your bum back more? Be mindful that you don't completely collapse forward. Spine is still long, but you'll really push the booty back. Push it back. Push it back. Ah, nice, perfect. Sumo squat up by rows, so it's a wide leg again. Palms are going to face your thighs. Knees come out wide, and then again, it's a quick stand up and pull. So the idea is use your legs to drive the floor away, and the dumbbells almost are weightless on the pull on the top. So it's not that we're really doing a massive shoulder exercise. It's predominantly a leg exercise. From here, push, push. Not a pause here. No, no, no. From the bottom to the top, to the bottom, to the top. No pause in the middle. Option, one dumbbell. Option, if you get stuck, again, just move your arms. It's kind of creating a little capital M with your body. Now, the lower you can go, the more the muscle you work, and the higher you're going to spike the heart rate. I'll be getting a little breathless. I'm puffing. I've paused a lot. You only see it once. You only see it once. It's okay. Perfect. And we're so nearly done. You can choose to hold the weight kind of by your side or up. I like it up in this one to get out of the way. Regular squat, 5 pulses, please. So you can go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step up, step 1 foot wide, and again, 5, 4, turn the toes and knees out more. 2, 1, step in. Don't go too narrow, just widen the hips. If you want more challenge, don't stand up in between. 3, 4, 5, and maybe stay low. You can choose if you mix up the leg that's stepping out and in. You can choose if you need to do the one dumbbell, No dumbbells. You know this, right? Take ownership of your workout. So from less, you stand up, you step. For more, you stay down. And you just really trap the heat into the thighs. And the legs should burning, but you're so nearly completely done. Nah. Final 5 seconds. How low can you go? How controlled can you pulse? Yes, well done. Shake off. Oh, goodness me. So do pay attention if you start to pulse fast in the hope that time goes faster. To keep it quite chilled. Let's stretch. Stay with me. Take one arm across the shoulders. And your heart rate hopefully came a little bit high. So just move your feet a little bit. Pace around the room. Little side step. The stretch is important. Don't leave it. Do you know how many clients I have that say, like, they always stay with me for the stretch, and then they do an online video and they're like, I didn't stay, and then they exercise the next day. So don't be that person. Just stay. It's just a bit of chill time. Switch your arms. Hold wherever's comfortable, by the way, above or below the elbow. What happens when you exercise? The muscles are contracting, getting shorter, and this is the way to just help lengthen them again. And then in terms of your nervous system, when we're exercising, we're placing stress on the body. So we take this time to pause, breathe, and let it come back into a calm state to carry on as normal, rather than just be like, well, let's go to the next thing, go. Or stretch your triceps, reach one arm up, bend it, pull on it, 2 for the stretch down the back of the arm. You can hold the elbow, you can hold the hand behind if you can reach it. Okay, some people just go and sit down immediately. Want to kind of bring everything down gradually. How did you find that workout? Half an hour, and I'm hoping everything felt worked out, in fact. Switch your arms. By the way, if you're finding your hands being yanked forward, just press your head into your hands. We're breathing. Look at, can you see the sweat? Don't know if you can on this rubbish camera. One day I'll get a good camera. Yeah, hopefully you got a nice sweat on. I'm a sweaty exerciser though. Stretch your biceps. They're really hard to stretch. Take your hands out to the side, pull the fingers back, and then turn the thumbs upside down. And then it's like it's almost like wringing out this muscle here and around the elbow. And then switch the other direction. Keep pulling the fingers backwards. So it pulls into here, which connects into the bicep. I'm melting. Perfect. Stretch your quads. So if you need to hold on to something, do hold on. Pick up one foot, pull the heel towards the bum. I'm melting, na 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 na. I'm melting. Do. I love that I'm like, stay for the stretch, and I just sing at you. Sorry. Switch legs. Got my nails done. It's not my normal pink. Normally if I like a pink, I'm like, go really bright. But just let them pick, let the store pick my pink for me. And stretch your bum so you can balance, and hold on a second if you need to. Cross the leg over and sit your hips back. If you're wobbly or you just find your legs feel unstable, come down to the floor. And you can either do it sitting up, cross the ankle over and pull the foot in, or you can slide down your back and pull your leg in. So go whatever feels good. I personally like to lie down. It's a nice time to be like, oh, done with standing. Now I'm on a lying phase. Nice. And then we switch legs, cross the left ankle over. Either sit back, pull side towards you. Just make sure you feel the stretch in your bum from all the curtsy squats and reverse lunges. Just relax. By the way, if anyone's been with me a while, for ages, I was like, oh, my light bulb's gone in here, I need to change it. And I didn't for honestly like months, maybe a year. We finally done it. Yay! All right, anyway, have a little shake off. Give yourself a big pat the back, round of applause. Well done for doing it. Well done for getting through to the end. Well done for staying for the stretch. Remember, jot down any notes and stuff that might be helpful to you. But thank you so much. I really appreciate you picking me as your trainer. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you for another workout.